Hi there, this is Alexi Lubomirski, and you are watching another episode of For Love Of, which is a series I've put together where we're going to interview lots of influential people who follow a plant-based lifestyle. Today we sat down with Miss Sarah Silverman, who is not only hilarious but also very profound. So I hope you enjoy the chat. So how would you describe yourself in terms of plant-based, vegan, vegetarian? How do you describe yourself?
I've never been preachy about it. I'm just not a carnivore. I grew up in farm country in New Hampshire, and the neighboring farm was vegetables and meat. My dad took me there to pick out our Thanksgiving turkey when I was 6. And that was it. I picked out a turkey. I watched it get slaughtered. I was stunned and shocked.
Wow.
My dad, when I say like, why did you do that? What were you thinking? He always says, I have no idea. Like, to him, it was fresh meat. I think it's important to see how meat is made, because either you're gonna go, ooh, fresh meat, or you're gonna be horrified and not want to put it in your mouth. Yeah. So I went the latter way, and probably had some Happy Meals for another year or so, and then when I was about 7.5, my dad took us to Kentucky Fried Chicken, and everyone was saying their orders, and then it was my turn. I remember this so well, and I said, I just want biscuits. And then my dad sat me down at a little table for 2, and he said, well, let's just admit that you're a vegetarian and figure out what you can eat. I've never even tried fish.
Really?
That smells f***ing gross. And I'm from like Lobster Town.
Didn't your family ever cook it?
Yes.
Or you just never liked it?
I would just be like, it's disgusting to me. To me. I'm sure it's good for you, although they say mercury levels are high.
Exactly. I always say there's 4 doorways in, which is you do it for the animals, you do it for the environment, your health, or for spiritual growth.
Or it's just fucking gross to you.
Yeah. And after a month of thinking I'm doing this for my health, all of a sudden I sort of looked down at the plate next to me or in the restaurant, and there's a guy eating a steak. And all of a sudden it was like, why do they call the flesh steak, but the broccoli is called broccoli?
Because if you say flesh, it's grosser unless people will eat it.
Right. So it's this very interesting, all these generations of being sold burgers by a laughing clown, or sold cheese by a laughing cow, or smiling pictures. And it's just ingrained in us. And sometimes for a whole lifetime, it's impossible for people to see past that.
Yeah.
Because it's so in their DNA.
Well, I mean, I'm trying not to judge, but I do think, even in terms of climate change, to switch to plant-based food, especially when they have like Impossible burgers, which I love. I think they taste exactly like meat, but I'm not sure. I can't remember.
As far as you can remember.
But I just think it's it's funny. There are people that just resist every step of the way, and they go, oh God, oh, you're vegetarian, you're difficult. I go, am I really that difficult? Then when things become the norm, they're there with it, but they never go, this is gonna end up being normal, and I'm gonna accept it. Why don't I just do it now, you know?
Why do you think people are still so disconnected? What do you think are the main reason?
I think that because people cling to what they know, and it's scary, the unknown, and it's hard for people to break out of habits. Even though once you do it, it really isn't hard, and it's not scary. Yeah. But people stick to what's familiar more than what they want, even. I'm Sarah Silverman, and I follow this path for the love of love.